concepts. You have both, the first-person shooter style, or third-person character style movement controls with WASD. You can even hold both mouse buttons if you want to run, that'll do it. Right mouse button controls your camera, allows you to swing it around, take a look at the environment around you. If you want to play a little more old school, feel free, grab the mouse wheel, roll it back, you'll find yourself right there. You play the Baldur's Gate games, this deliberately will look familiar. There you can use click to move, you can still drive your character as well, so actually clicking. You notice the portraits on the upper left side of the screen. These control each of the party members. You can control up to 4 party members. At the beginning, you'll probably start alone, you'll build up. With these 4 party members, you can toggle between them with a left click. Very easily, moving control. You notice at the bottom, they have a quick bar. Each of them changes. They all have their own abilities. They all have their own, options available. If you guys are feeling crazy, you can grab the end of the quick bar and spread it out even wider. Very, very huge on wide screens. Feel free. The abilities are all labeled on the bottom. If you hover over them, you'll get a tooltip over here that tells you what they do. A couple of basic concepts you guys may want to be aware of is that we have 3 kinds of abilities in Dragon Age. You have active abilities, which usually require a target. So that would be spells like Winter's Grasp that just, freeze a guy in place. Spells that require a targeting on the ground, like we just saw there. Our area of effects. If we pull up into tactical view, you can really see these, allowing you to kind of pinpoint position, your large-scale spells, giving you an actual trigger to show you the space. We have sustained abilities as well. Sustained abilities consume a part of your stamina or mana. They're basically long-term buffs that you can turn on or off. It's right there. It's change stance. Yeah, and so as you play through the game, basically your goal is to utilize and stack these different characters and engage in the combats. Combat's very simple. Right click will start your basic combat. From there you can cycle, and then the special abilities are yours to command. And of course, icons at the top represent your access to kind of one click to things like your character sheet, your different abilities, your journal. All those things are in there. You can start looking at your spells and talents, current quests. And up here, you'll notice you have a mini-map as well. If your current quest objective is on the map, you will have a little icon or an arrow pointing in the direction you want to head. So, relatively standard stuff. I think if you guys have played before, you'll know that. The one other thing I want to call out for you, a little more advanced feature, you might want to futz around with it at some point, is the tactics feature. This is your option to basically say, hey, there's a series of conditions, I want you to respond this way. We've basically exposed the AI of the game for your party, allowing you to have conditions like someone is attacking Morrigan, I'm being attacked at close melee range, I'm under 50% health, I want to respond accordingly. As a result, you can actually create very advanced tactics, things like tanks who taunt if your mage is being attacked, or charge over and shield bash the guy who's doing that. So, if you don't want to do that, you can go to the presets. We've built them all right here. Defender, Scrapper, Archer, each of these are different presets you can build. With them, they will not just change what you have mapped, but they'll actually evaluate every time you level up, every time you get new abilities, so reevaluate and adjust accordingly. So a player who doesn't want to worry about tactics can still have their characters fighting very smart over the course of the game. Beyond that, I think you guys have got the basics. Do you have any questions about controls while I'm here?
So the tactics are pretty much just like, roles of engagement or something like that?
Yeah, they really are. They're evaluated over the course of the battle from the top down, so the highest priority is most likely to happen. And then you move down, so they will check, like, is my health under 50? Nope, move on, and that kind of stuff. It allows you to basically become the general battlefield. These behaviors can also affect, like, will they charge into battle, will they focus on range, will they switch weapons, all those things as well.
With the user interface, I mean, you've seen a lot of mouse over pop-ups and things like that to provide helpful tips. How is that being implemented for the console?
Oh, that's a good question. So we'll be able to show you downstairs, because you guys will get a chance to go hands-on, so you'll see it yourself. But what we did with the console, and I think every development area of console, was to basically make it feel like the game is native to that platform. So we adjusted the GUIs from the ground up. Obviously mouse over and hovers doesn't work nearly as well. So we took a note from Mass Effect, sat down with the Mass Effect guys, and built kind of a radial menu that gives you access to every ability that your current character can use. They can, do crafting, they can, drink potions, you name it, it's all there. You pull the left trigger, it comes up, it lets you deflect. There's kind of 2 layers to it, so if you're like potions, oh, there's only potions, healing, right? That kind of stuff. It's very fast. In addition, though, because we didn't want people to have to pause the game every time they wanted to fight, you certainly can. And on the PC, actually, I didn't mention this, it's spacebar, which is the oldie traditional BioWare pause. Left trigger will do it on the consoles. But there is a quick menu down here, which is essentially your quick bar, right? It gives you 3 X, Y, and B that you can map yourself. You can put any abilities on there you like. Then if you pull the right trigger, it basically swaps with a second set, so you basically have shift, X, Y, and B. So you have 6 abilities mapped at all times. You can go into the radial and remap them right in the fly. You don't have to dig into like the book menu or anything, more intense than that. So it's a very, very fast system for combat. And again, when you have 4 players, it means you've got 24 at your fingertips to abilities, which is always fun. Cool. Anything else? Or do we unleash you on the game? Is it that time, Teresa? Is it unleashing?
Yeah. If you want to ask any questions, then we can head downstairs and dive right in.
I imagine there'll be more questions after they play.
Yeah, true.